Hello guys and welcome back to Excelsior Academy. So as part of the Watson summary series, today we are going to do lecture 8 from the chapter DNA replication. So in the previous lecture we talked about the DNA helicases, and now we are going to talk about the single stranded DNA binding proteins, right? So we already know that what is their main function. तो उनका मेन काम क्या है? In order to prevent the वाइंडिंग ऑफ द डीएनए डुप्लेक्स अगेन. ठीक है, तो यानी कि जैसे जो भी हेलिकेज ने काम किया है, बेस पेस के बीच का हाइड्रोजन बॉन्ड तोड़ के उसको सेपरेट किया है, कहीं ये वापस ना आ जाए, इस चीज को बरकरार रखने के लिए सिंगल स्टैंडर्ड बाइंडिंग प्रोटीन्स जो है दे गो एंड बाइंड टू दीज डीएनए. ठीक है, ओके. So after the DNA helicase has passed, the newly generated single stranded must remain free of base pairing until it can be used for the DNA synthesis, and that's why we have got the single stranded DNA binding proteins, or in short it is called SSBs. So they go and rapidly bind to the separated strands. ना बाइंडिंग ऑफ दिस एसएसबी प्रोटीन्स इज लाइक कोऑपरेटिविटी. इसका मतलब क्या, जैसे ही एक बाइंड करेगा तब तक दूसरे, जैसे आपका सिंगल स्ट्रैंडेड डीएनए है, इसमें आपका एसएसबी ने बाइंड किया, तो जैसे ही एक बाइंड करेगा इमीडिएटली एडजेसेंट जो भी बहुत सारे होंगे वो आके इसको बाइंड कर देंगे. ठीक है, so this is the cooperative binding, and it occurs because SSB molecules bound to the immediately adjacent regions of single stranded DNA also bind to each other. So the SSB interaction strongly stabilizes its binding to single-stranded DNA and makes sites already occupied by one or more molecules preferred SSB binding site. So in short, इसका मतलब क्या हो रहा है? The moment helicase is separating the duplex DNA, राइट, यहाँ पे आपका ये डुप्लेक्स डीएनए हो गया, ये आपका सिंगल स्ट्रैंडेड डीएनए हो गया. ठीक है, तो जैसे ही सिंगल स्ट्रैंडेड डीएनए आपका सेपरेट हुआ है, एसएसबी प्रोटीन्स विल कम एंड बाइंड. तो एक बाइंड करेगा, उसके एडजेसेंट में बहुत सारे एसएसबी आके बाइंड करेंगे. ठीक है, let's see the figure over here. So here you can see that पहले क्या होता है, around 4 suppose for example over here you can see that 1 2 3 and 4. So we saw that around 4 of the 9 single stranded DNA molecules are shown. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे आपके 9 single stranded DNA है, but we saw that there are 4 SSB proteins. अब एक bind हो गया है, so what will happen? The other SSBs will come and bind fast adjacent to the previously bound SSBs. ठीक है, so only after SSBs have completed coated the initially bound single stranded DNA, molecules does binding occur on the other molecules. इसका मतलब क्या है, जैसे ही एक जिस पे पहले बाइंड हुआ, लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल यहाँ पे सबसे पहले बाइंड हुआ, तो सबसे पहले इसी के साइड में सारे SSB आएंगे, उसके बाद ही वो दूसरे स्ट्रैंड में जाके बाइंड करेंगे. ठीक है, so cooperative binding ensures that single-stranded DNA is rapidly coated by the SSB as it emerges from the DNA helicase. So once it is coated with these proteins, the single-stranded DNA is held in an elongated state, and that facilitates the use as a template for the DNA or RNA primer synthesis. So जैसे आपका single stranded DNA है, उसके बाद ही it can act as the template so that the replication can take place. Okay, now this binding is again sequence independent, right? So the thing is that अगर हमारा SSB protein अगर sequence dependent होता, so what will happen? Then the binding of these proteins to the DNA will take so much of time, right? Because it will be like a hit and trial. अरे ये protein यहाँ पे sequence में bind होगा या नहीं होगा, so it will take time. So evolutionary it has been selected in such a way that these proteins just go and bind to the DNA. So अब इसमें कौन सा interaction आपको ध्यान रखना है? Again, see DNA is जो negatively charged, so of course these SSBs are going to be positively charged. So electrostatic interactions again we are getting. ठीक है. So in contrast to sequence-specific DNA binding proteins, the SSBs, they just make the hydrogen bonds to the SSB DNA bases. Okay. So that's all about the SSBs, and now we'll talk about the topoisomerase. So guys, if you remember topoisomerase, there are two types are there. One second, sorry. So there are two types are there. Okay. So here. So we have got topoisomerase 1 and topoisomerase 2. So if you have gone through my previous lectures, right? So in that I have discussed about the topoisomerase. I have also discussed about the DNA linking number. Linking number बहुत important topic है. उसके बाद twist and also the rith. So guys, ये already discuss हो चुका है. Go to the playlist and learn again if you are not thorough with this. दिस इज रियली वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट बिकॉज न्यूमेरिकल्स में पूछ सकते हैं. सो एनीवेज टोपोइसोमेरेज टू टाइप्स आर देयर. सो टोपोइसोमेरेज 1 and 2. सो 1 का मतलब है इट इज गोइंग टू मेक अ सिंगल स्ट्रैंडेड डीएनए कट. ओके, whereas in this it is going to cut make cut on both the strands of the DNA. ठीक है, सो यहाँ पे both the strands है. सो इट बिकम्स ईजी फॉर अस टू रिमेंबर, राइट. सो 1 मतलब एक स्ट्रैंड में करेगा और 2 मतलब दोनों स्ट्रैंड में करेंगे. ओके, लेट्स प्रोसीड. So, what is the function of topoisomerase in the replication fork or in the replication of the DNA? So, topoisomerases, they remove supercoils which is produced by DNA unwinding at the replication fork. Guys, this is really very important. See, even if the DNA is linear or if it is circular, अगर unwinding हो रहा है because of the helicase, so what will happen? जैसे आपको ये डुप्लेक्स डीएनए है, ठीक है, यहाँ पे आपका सिंगल स्ट्रैंडेड डीएनए है. नाउ व्हाट विल हैपन, जैसे जैसे इस डायरेक्शन में आपका हेलिकेस काम करेगा अनवाइंडिंग का, सो देयर आर चांसेस दैट दीज पोर्शंस आर गोइंग टू गेट टाइटन्ड, एंड व्हेन दे गेट टाइटन व्हाट विल हैपन, दे आल्सो विल गेट ट्विस्टेड, राइट. तो ऐसे बहुत सारे इनके सुपर कॉइलिंग हो जाएगी. नाउ इफ सपोज दिस सुपर कॉइलिंग इज देयर, सी लीनियर केस में ये नहीं होना चाहिए, बट द आर लीनियर डीएनए इज सो बिग, सो ह्यूज दैट इट इज नॉट पॉसिबल. ओके, अगर ये सिर्फ छोटा सा इतना सा डीएनए होता, सो व्हाट विल हैपन, ओपन होते होते ये दूसरा लूज एंड है, राइट. तो लूज एंड से यहाँ पे वो भी लूज होता रहता है, बट वी हैव गॉट सच ए ह्यूज लार्ज डीएनए, so it is not possible, and that's why there's this tangling of the DNA is happening. ठीक है. So as the strands of the DNA are separated at the replication fork, the double-stranded DNA in front of the fork becomes increasingly positively supercoiled. Okay, now because of this it result this accumulation is because of the action of the DNA helicase, right, we know. Now if the strands remain unbroken, there can be no reduction in linking number to accommodate this unwinding of the DNA duplex. तो ये strand break कौन करेगा, तो अगर अपने आप break होगा, so what will happen, there will be a DNA damage, right, so the cell will die. so उससे अच्छा क्या है, the action of topoisomerase is important over here. ठीक है. So as the DNA helicase proceeds, the DNA must accommodate the same linking number within smaller number of base pairs. Now this has been done by the topoisomerases. ठीक है. So for the DNA in front of the replication fork to remain relaxed, one DNA link must be removed for every 10 base pair of DNA unwound. तो इसका कैसे मतलब हो रहा है, सी अगर लेट अस से दैट यहाँ पे आपका ऐसे बन जाता है ये, ठीक है. I just hope guys you are able to understand what is happening. So for 10 base pair, what is happening, let us say that this is around 10 base pair, so this will be cut over here and resealed again, so that this becomes like a linear DNA again. ठीक है, something like this. Yeah, I just hope you are able to imagine what I really want to explain. So if suppose there was no mechanism to relieve the accumulation of these supercoils, then what will happen, the replication will halt in the it will get halt, right, because आगे जाके helicase काम नहीं कर पाएगा. So this problem is again sorted by the with the help of the topoisomerases. Okay, now how exactly it is doing, so the supercoils which is introduced by the action of the DNA helicases, they are removed by the action of the topoisomerase. ठीक है, और कैसे होता है, सी यू कैन सी दैट रेप्लिकेशन मशीनरी है, ऐसे ऐसे मूव हो रही है, so you get this positive supercoil. Now what the topoisomerase 2 will come and do, it is going to make a nick on the both the strands and again reseal it, right. So it is going to introduce a negative supercoil. So one positive supercoil, one negative supercoil, what will happen, it is going to solve, or it is going to open the tangleness in the DNA molecule. ठीक है. सी ये ऐसे था, उसने कट करके इसको ऐसे कर दिया, तो व्हाट विल हैपन, व्हेन यू ओपन इट, व्हेन यू स्ट्रेच इट, इट बिकम्स लाइक लीनियर. ठीक है. या सो टू समराइज till now what we have learned, that in the replication fork enzymes, so what are the different replication fork enzymes we have discussed. So apart from the DNA pol और द डीएनए पॉलीमरेज, वी टॉक्ड अबाउट दी प्राइमेज, राइट. प्राइमेज का क्या फंक्शन था यहाँ पे, आरएनए प्राइमर देना, सो दैट द डीएनए पॉलीमरेज कैन एक्सटेंड दी डीएनए सिंथेसिस, राइट. और हमने क्या क्या पढ़ा है, हमने यहाँ पे पढ़ा है हेलिकेज के बारे में, right. We also talked about the single stranded binding proteins, and we also talked about just now about the topoisomerase. So you can see that these all total proteins are involved, acting as the enzymes in the replication fork. Now with the help of these all proteins or the enzymes, it is the action of the DNA polymerase is being extended. So on its own, DNA polymerase can only efficiently add or extend 3-OH primers, which is annealed to single-stranded DNA templates, right? Now, with the function of the primase, helicase, and topoisomerase dramatically, it extends the possible substrates for the DNA polymerase. Now, just imagine अगर इन तीनों में से कोई एक enzyme भी नहीं present है, do you think that replication fork can move ahead? No, right? So that's why this replication fork enzymes are really important. So we know that primase provides the ability to initiate the new DNA strands on any piece of the single-stranded DNA because it is going to give you the RNA primer, right? Now, of course, the use of primase also imposes requirement for the removal. So we have talked about the enzymes like RNase H and about the exon 5' exonuclease also, and finally the about the ligase, DNA ligase, right? So you can see that apart from the primase we also need these enzymes also. So similarly, strand separation by helicase and dissipation of the positive supercoils by topoisomerase, it allows DNA polymerase to replicate the double-stranded DNA. Now guys, please remember important points I'm going to discuss now. So we know that DNA helicase as well as topoisomerase, they are going to change the DNA conformation. क्यों? क्योंकि helicase क्या कर रहा है? It is going to break the hydrogen bonds between the base pairs, and topoisomerase क्या करता है? It makes the cut into the DNA strands, right? So, but whatever they do this without changing the chemical nature of DNA. It means what? They are not changing the sequence of the DNA which is getting synthesized or which is getting copied, okay? So, DNA helicase breaks only the hydrogen bonds that hold the two strands together, but there is no breaking of any covalent bond, okay? तो यहाँ पे अगर दो स्ट्रैंड है उनके बीच का बेस पेयरिंग हाइड्रोजन बॉन्ड्स आर ओनली ब्रोकन, ठीक है. नाउ ऑल्दो टोपोइसोमरेज ब्रेक वन और टू ऑफ द टारगेटेड डीएनए कोवेलेंट बॉन्ड्स, यहाँ पे कौन से कोवेलेंट बॉन्ड की बात हो रही है? फॉस्फोडाइएस्टर बॉन्ड, ठीक है, द बैकबोन. Now each bond is broken precisely and reformed before the topoisomerase release the DNA. तो जैसे तोड़ा है वैसे ही जोड़ा भी है. So instead of altering the chemical nature of the chemical structure of the DNA, they just change the conformation. So guys, this is really very important. चाहे eukaryotic हो या bacterial हो chromosomes, the function of helicase in topoisomerase is not going to change the chemical structure of the DNA. It is just going to change the conformation of the DNA. ठीक है? So this is just to summarize that these are the enzymes which function at the replication fork. So different names in the different host. So we have got in the E. coli and one second, yeah, we got in the E. coli, Saccharomyces cerevisiae and human. So we have got primase called as primase. DNA helicase is called as MCM27 complex. SSB are called RPA, and topoisomerase is called 1 and 2, so which is also similar over here. Only difference you see is in the case of the E. coli where we have got the gyrase, and this also we have talked in the previous lecture, guys. Okay. So yeah, so that's all for today. So yeah, so you can see that how my son is also helping me in making my YouTube videos for you guys. So as you can see, he didn't like only the thank you slide. It for him it was very dry, so he just added one star to that. So yes, so thank you guys. I really hope you like the video, and if possible, please share among your friend circle also, and keep studying with us. So yeah.